Welcome everyone to the Pantheon. I am Ray.
I'm Abby.
And Evie, what are we looking at today?
We are looking at Luke Cage, second season.
That's right, starring Mike Coulter,
Michael,
and
yes.
brought to us by showrunner Chia Hodea Coker. Hope I say that right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So Evie, give us the rundown of the seasons.
Luke Cage is like all settled from the first season, but the second season is how he had a whole bunch of things happen, and now he's just trying to find himself, his personality and everything. There's been a change. He's not who he is from the first one, but his personality changes due to some things in his life. I won't tell you what exactly, but you'd be shocked.
Right. Okay. Let's get into some of the character developments. Well,
Okay.
I'm going to focus mainly on a couple episodes, and then I won't go into the last few episodes because that'll give it away too much then.
Yeah. Okay.
But the first two episodes really sets up, kind of foreshadows what happens at the end, because as you were alluding to, he starts to change near the end.
Yeah.
Okay, and it has to deal a lot with the power vacuum, but after this takes place after the events of Defenders, and so we have Luke returning back to Harlem with Claire, and they're in a relationship now. They're in love, or girlfriend boyfriend. But coming back to Harlem and being a free man, no longer in jail, Claire is pushing Luke to be more of a hero of Harlem, whereas Luke is more wanting to be just be a regular person. And then she's kind of like, I think she's over pushing her boundaries a little bit, because he has unresolved issues with his family. As you know, with his adopted half brother, there was an issue in season 1, and then of course with his father, who is the catalyst for that.
Right.
That kind of carries over into season 2, where his father is a minister, and there's some unresolved feelings regarding with his mother, and regarding how his father was an absentee father, or something to that effect in that. And Claire goes behind his back to get to talk to the father, which I think I think kind of, like if it's a personal issue, I think she's overreaching.
Yeah, I think so too.
Since the ending of season 1, Luke is more powerful than the last one. He's no longer a victim of the Judas bullet. His skin is more stronger than before. He can't get hurt. But we find out there's a character called Cockroach, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He modifies 6 shotguns together to one barrel.
Yeah.
To shoot Luke, and it doesn't really, again, it doesn't break his skin, but the vibration of the shock kind of knocks him down. And he's also, Cockroach is I guess a dealer. Also, he abuses his wife and child, and then he's at a drunken tirade. He's abusing, he's physically harming, or a spousal abuse of the family. Luke runs to the rescue, and of course, seeing your hero, beat up the bad guy is a child's dream. You would imagine, right? But when it's your father, seeing him being pummeled by Luke, it's a different story. And I think Luke lost control. It was a child that makes Luke stop from actually hurting or maiming the father, Cockroach, from doing something really bad, because of anger, which is human. It's a human emotion. You're enraged, but being a powerful individual, rather than, because Luke can actually just slap you in your forehead and knock you unconscious. Luke decided just to wail on this guy and really hurt him really badly. So not losing control and not knowing when to stop, crossing a line, that was a kind of a foreshadowing of where we might see Luke in the finale. Another foreshadowing was the introduction of Tilda. That was Mariah's daughter. We meet her in this season. So you were alluding to earlier, Evie, we have a new villain called Bushmaster. Bushmaster uses uses these herbs from his home country to help enhance his ability to fight Luke
Mm.
Cage. Childa is a chemist, and Bushmaster goes into her her store to get more herbs and to upgrade his own abilities. And in season 2, after being robbed by Bushmaster, she refuses to. She doesn't reveal she was robbed to Luke Cage. She held back on it, even though she comes across as a victim in the entire. For I would say for most of the series, she's the victim of circumstances from her
Yeah.
mother, with Bushmaster, with Luke. But rather than telling authorities of what this guy did, she kept it to herself. Once she realized what he was coming after, so that kind of gives the idea that she may not be 100% on the level in terms of like revealing, like what her role is and what her role will be.
Mhm.
So there are some things in here that kind of foreshadows what's to come. Not everybody is how they seem to be. No
Right.
one's completely innocent of all doing. Let me ask you one question. This is okay. There are flashbacks to this show with Bushmaster
Mhm.
having a problem with Mariah Stokes.
Yeah.
You know, uh, can you talk to us about what it is that Bushmaster has against Stokes? Because it's revealed in flashbacks, like when his family and her family, not direct, because it's not directly against her, but it's like
No.
what the family did to his family.
Um. Okay. Her family. Um. I'm just trying to.
Did they have? Was it a rum company they had?
Yeah, that a rum company, and
Was it
then
rum?
one of the mothers set the other person's mother on fire, burned down their house actually.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Because like, he made it like awfully personal. Like I'm coming to burn them down. Like
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
to burn Mariah Stokes down. Like he kept referring to her as Stokes, not Mariah Dillard.
Yeah, they got sued. Well, like they got married,
Hmm.
and then they had a falling out,
Right.
and then so the other person's, I guess, matriarch
Hmm.
set their house on fire.
Oh, okay. Because like it's not told in the actual like story as it is. It's told in
No, I know.
flashbacks from the
I know.
past.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
that's what
easy to
happened.
it's easy to miss it if you're not focusing on what because it's like a brief. It's not brief, but there's like a section in the middle of in the I guess the third act where it's
Right. Yeah.
revealed, and it's like if
Yep.
you miss it, you miss a whole lot of
Yeah.
that. Okay, because I had trouble because I think I missed that, and I'm like I think I know what it is, but
Okay.
I because the daughter Tilda, once she finds out what happened, she becomes
Yeah.
completely on board with, or she's sympathetic to what Bushmaster went through,
Yeah.
and then things start to turn from that point
Yeah.
on.
Exactly.
Okay, and I'll
So
leave it at
that's what
that.
happened.
Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. So I think that's pretty heavy. Now, I'm going to say too. Speaking of burning, now Mariah burns somebody in this movie too, in this series too, like really hardcore. She burns
Uh,
people like in this season.
Actually, what happens is that yeah, didn't Bushmaster though
Mhm.
burn Mariah?
No, she didn't. No, he did not burn Mariah. Mariah's up and comings comes from somebody else.
Okay.
But I what okay, so I do know this is what I can reveal. Shades, who is like Mariah's right hand man and also her
Yeah.
Mariah's lover, uh, portrays Mariah
Right.
because she burned somebody.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean like literally burn somebody.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Uh, and seeing how like because okay, so Tilda, like the history behind Tilda and where and what caused Mariah to go off on Cottonmouth, right,
Okay.
is revealed in season 2. Like
Right. Yeah.
like because like when you watch season 1 and like in Mariah, okay, I'm gonna give this one thing away. Mariah kills Cottonmouth in season 1. Like,
You're right.
she goes off on
Yeah. Yeah.
Cottonmouth, but
Yeah.
we don't understand like we don't know like what it was that made her go like ballistic, like lose her. lose her mind. We learned that in season 2. We learn exactly what it is that what secret she's harboring that made her go off to the point
Right.
where she completely
Hmm.
kills this guy
Yeah.
viciously. That same darkness, I think, well, kind of is what, not I won't say what leads to it, but it's that same area of dark that Black Mariah she becomes,
Hmm.
allows her to light the match, if you will. Okay.
Yeah.
To cause
Yeah,
that,
for sure.
and then the secret, which kind of ties in with Tilda a little bit. It's really messed up.
Yeah, it is.
It's really really messed up. From a person who understands where her pain comes from, okay, in
Hmm.
terms of the psychological aspect of
Yeah.
it. How would you diagnose Mariah, or just to identify?
Childhood hurts.
Is that how you would identify it
Yeah.
as? Yeah.
Yeah, her childhood, there is stuff that she has to get through,
Hmm.
or else she'll stay where she is and not get any better.
So there's hope for her if
Oh,
if she
for sure.
seeks it out, right? She's not like a
Oh,
lost
definitely.
cause, right? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because no, I just think because the acts of what she does, it's I mean, people do prison and never come out, but
Yeah.
in terms of healing oneself, there's a potential for that.
Always.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, sometimes they go. I mean, there are things in this show that you're like, wow, it's like, whoa, this is heavy,
Yeah.
But I will say is this: any loose threads, and what I love about the show is the writing, because any loose threads from season 1, like anything like that was left behind with Shades and what happened on the roof with I forgot who the guy was, but the guy who did the swanton off the roof there in season 1.
Yeah.
What was going on and Shades' involvement in all of Shades' dealings, it all comes
Yeah.
to head. Everything Shades ever done, every dealings, whether it's Comanche or his time in Seagate, it all his past sins comes full, and anything he got away with, all the loose threads, that was never addressed, it really doesn't gets addressed in season 2. So when I look at season 2, it's a complete story. It wraps up in itself, and it wraps up season 1. So I thought, in terms of having a 2-season arc, which it ends up being, I thought once season 2 concludes, you have a full story. I thought that was really, really, really good.
Yeah, definitely.
Any thoughts for you in terms of the stories or anything like that? Anything that comes up in your mind?
Story was amazing. Mm-hmm. I want to see a season 3, but I heard that there might not be one.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to do a Luke Cage character in the MCU series, or because I mean, there's rumors.
I heard that too.
There's rumors for Jessica Jones, and there's rumors for Daredevil, but I don't know what you say for Luke Cage.
I don't know. Oh, so they are going to be a Daredevil. There's going to be a Daredevil one.
Right now, rumor is that Charlie Cox might be showing up in Spider-Man.
Okay.
Because he might need a lawyer, and in the comic books, Matt Murdock was Spider-Man's lawyer.
Oh, okay.
At one point.
Yeah.
But
we'll have to see.
True. And so, how can they reach us, Evie?
Twitter, our email,
right,
and on our website, You can finish that.
Pantheon of M. Is that hard?
Very good.
.com.
.com.
Okay. Well, I'm Ray.
And I'm Happy.
We'll talk to you later.
Later.
Take care.